Question 1. What year did the Battle of Hastings take place? A. 1066, B. 1215, C. 1348, D. 1453. Answer: A. 1066. The Battle of Hastings took place in the year 1066. Question 2. Name the document that for the first time limited the powers of the King of England and was signed in 1215. A. The Declaration of Independence, B. The Magna Carta, C. The Bill of Rights, D. The Charter of Liberties. Answer: B. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, was the first document to limit the powers of the King of England. Question 3. Who was the monarch during the English Civil War in the 17th century? A. Elizabeth I, B. James I, C. Charles I, D. Henry VIII. Answer: C. Charles I. Charles I was the monarch during the English Civil War in the 17th century. Question 4. What was the main outcome of the Glorious Revolution of 1688? A. Establishment of parliamentary sovereignty, B. Abolition of the monarchy, C. Restoration of the Catholic Church, D. Expansion of the British Empire. Answer: A. Establishment of parliamentary sovereignty. The main outcome of the Glorious Revolution of 1688 was the establishment of parliamentary sovereignty. Question 5. Can you name the scientist who discovered gravity in the 17th century and wrote mathematical principles of natural philosophy? A. Albert Einstein, B. Isaac Newton, C. Galileo Galilei, D. Nikola Tesla. Answer: B. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton discovered gravity in the 17th century and wrote mathematical principles of natural philosophy. Question 6. In what year did Scotland and England unite to form the Kingdom of Great Britain? A. 1603, B. 1707, C. 1801, D. 1901. Answer: B. 1707. Scotland and England united to form the Kingdom of Great Britain in the year 1707. Question 7. What was the primary purpose of the Enclosure Acts in England? A. To improve agricultural efficiency, B. To reduce the population of cities, C. To increase the power of the monarchy, D. To support the rights of peasants. Answer A. To improve agricultural efficiency. The primary purpose of the Enclosure Acts in England was to improve agricultural efficiency. Question 8. Describe the main cause of the Great Famine in Ireland in the 19th century. A. War. B. Economic policies. C. Potato blight. D. Overpopulation. Answer C. Potato blight. The main cause of the Great Famine in Ireland in the 19th century was potato blight. Question 9. What year did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1938. D. 1948. Answer A. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in the UK in 1918. Question 10. What event triggered the start of the First World War? A. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. B. Invasion of Poland. C. Bombing of Pearl Harbor. D. Fall of the Berlin Wall. Answer A. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand triggered the start of the First World War. Question 11. Name the British Prime Minister who played a key role in the formation of the United Nations. A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill played a key role in the formation of the United Nations. Question 12. When did the National Health Service, NHS, begin in the UK? A. 1948. B. 1958. C. 1968. D. 1978. Answer A. 1948. The National Health Service, NHS, began in the UK in 1948. Question 13. What was the main reason for the Suez Crisis in 1956? A. Dispute over the Falkland Islands. B. Nationalization of the Suez Canal. C. Border conflict with Russia. D. Discovery of oil in the North Sea. Answer B. Nationalization of the Suez Canal. The main reason for the Suez Crisis in 1956 was the nationalization of the Suez Canal. Question 14. During which decade did the UK join the European Economic Community, which later became the European Union? A. 1950s. B. 1960s. C. 1970s. D. 1980s. Answer C. 1970s. The UK joined the European Economic Community, which later became the European Union, in the 1970s. Question 15. What is the significance of the Magna Carta in British history? A. It granted independence to the American colonies. B. It established the Church of England. C. It limited the powers of the monarchy. D. It abolished the feudal system. Answer: C. It limited the powers of the monarchy. The Magna Carta is significant in British history because it limited the powers of the monarchy. Question 16. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Theresa May. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Angela Merkel. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Question 17. In what year was the Battle of Britain during World War II? A. 1939. B. 1940. C. 1941. D. 1942. Answer: B. 1940. The Battle of Britain during World War II was in the year 1940. Question 18. What major event led to the partition of India in 1947? A. The end of British rule. B. The discovery of the Taj Mahal. C. The establishment of a Commonwealth. D. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles. Answer: A. The end of British rule. The major event that led to the partition of India in 1947 was the end of British rule. Question 19. Can you name the peace agreement signed in 1998 to help bring an end to the conflict in Northern Ireland? A. The Belfast Agreement. B. The Versailles Treaty. C. The Camp David Accords. D. The Treaty of Lisbon. Answer: A. The Belfast Agreement. The peace agreement signed in 1998 to help bring an end to the conflict in Northern Ireland was the Belfast Agreement. Question 20. Who is the patron saint of Scotland and what is celebrated on his feast day? A. Saint Andrew, Scottish independence. B. Saint George, the dragon slaying. C. Saint Patrick, the introduction of Christianity. D. Saint David, Welsh culture. Answer: A. Saint Andrew, Scottish independence. The patron saint of Scotland is Saint Andrew, and Scottish independence is celebrated on his feast day. Question 21. What landmark act was passed in 1967, beginning the decriminalisation of homosexuality in England and Wales? A. The Civil Partnership Act. B. The Equality Act. C. The Sexual Offences Act. D. The Human Rights Act. Answer: C. The Sexual Offences Act. The Landmark Act passed in 1967, beginning the decriminalisation of homosexuality in England and Wales, was the Sexual Offences Act. Question 22. Name the ship that the Pilgrim Fathers used to sail to America in 1620. A. The Mayflower. B. The Santa Maria. C. The Endeavour. D. The Victory. Answer: A. The Mayflower. The ship that the Pilgrim Fathers used to sail to America in 1620 was the Mayflower. Question 23. What was the primary purpose of Hadrian's Wall? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. B. To protect England from Scottish invasions. C. To serve as a trade barrier. D. To commemorate Emperor Hadrian's reign. Answer: A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. The primary purpose of Hadrian's Wall was to mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. Question 24. Who was the reigning monarch during the Victorian era? A. Elizabeth I. B. Victoria. C. Anne. D. Elizabeth II. Answer: B. Victoria. The reigning monarch during the Victorian era was Victoria. Question 25. Can you name the king responsible for the establishment of the Church of England? A. Henry VIII. B. Charles I. C. James I. D. Edward VI. Answer: A. Henry VIII. The king responsible for the establishment of the Church of England was Henry VIII. Question 26. What is the oldest constituent of the Parliament of the United Kingdom? A. The House of Commons. B. The House of Lords. C. The Monarchy. D. The Supreme Court. Answer: B. The House of Lords. The oldest constituent of the Parliament of the United Kingdom is the House of Lords. Question 27. When was the Commonwealth of Nations formally constituted? A. 1926. B. 1945. C. 1961. D. 1971. Answer: A. 1926. The Commonwealth of Nations was formally constituted in 1926. Question 28. What significant event took place in England in 1066, apart from the Battle of Hastings? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Black Death. C. The Norman Conquest. D. The establishment of the Church of England. Answer: C. The Norman Conquest. Apart from the Battle of Hastings, the significant event that took place in England in 1066 was the Norman Conquest. Question 29. Name the treaty that concluded the American War of Independence. A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of Ghent. D. The Treaty of Westphalia. Answer: A. The Treaty of Paris. The treaty that concluded the American War of Independence was the Treaty of Paris. Question 30. Who was the first woman to be elected as a Member of Parliament in the UK? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Nancy Astor. C. Theresa May. D. Emmeline Pankhurst. Answer: B. Nancy Astor. The first woman to be elected as a Member of Parliament in the UK was Nancy Astor. Question 31. What year did the Great Fire of London occur? A. 1666. B. 1566. C. 1766. D. 1466. Answer: A. 1666. The Great Fire of London occurred in the year 1666. Question 32. Who was responsible for the establishment of the police force in London, known as Bobbies? A. Queen Victoria. B. Sir Robert Peel. C. Winston Churchill. D. Henry VIII. Answer: B. Sir Robert Peel. Sir Robert Peel was responsible for the establishment of the police force in London, known as Bobbies. Question 33. Name the period of time when England was a republic, known as the Commonwealth. A. 1649 to 1660. B. 1534 to 1547. C. 1701 to 1714. D. 1485 to 1509. Answer: A. 1649 to 1660. The period of time when England was a republic, known as the Commonwealth, was 1649 to 1660. Question 34. What British invention was crucial to the Industrial Revolution for its role in textile manufacturing? A. The steam engine. B. The spinning jenny. C. The telegraph. D. The locomotive. Answer: B. The spinning jenny. The British invention crucial to the Industrial Revolution for its role in textile manufacturing was the spinning jenny. Question 35. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK at the start of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Anthony Eden. Answer B. Neville Chamberlain. The Prime Minister of the UK at the start of the Second World War was Neville Chamberlain. Question 36. What is the doctrine of cabinet responsibility in the UK political system? A. The monarch is responsible for the actions of the cabinet. B. Cabinet members must publicly support all decisions made in cabinet. C. The Prime Minister is the only member of the cabinet responsible to Parliament. D. Cabinet decisions do not need to be unanimous. Answer B. Cabinet members must publicly support all decisions made in Cabinet. The doctrine of cabinet responsibility in the UK political system means that Cabinet members must publicly support all decisions made in Cabinet. Question 37. When did the Act of Union between England and Scotland come into effect? A. 1603. B. 1707. C. 1801. D. 1901. Answer B. 1707. The Act of Union between England and Scotland came into effect in 1707. Question 38. What movement sought the extension of the right to vote to women in the early 20th century? A. The suffragette movement. B. The civil rights movement. C. The Labour movement. D. The conservative movement. Answer A. The suffragette movement. The movement that sought the extension of the right to vote to women in the early 20th century was the suffragette movement. Question 39. Who was the British monarch during the American Revolution? A. George III. B. Elizabeth I. C. Victoria. D. Henry VIII. Answer A. George III. The British monarch during the American Revolution was George III. Question 40. What year did the UK officially leave the European Union? A. 2016. B. 2018. C. 2020. D. 2022. Answer C. 2020. The UK officially left the European Union in the year 2020. Question 41. What historical event is Guy Fawkes Night associated with? A. The restoration of the monarchy. B. The Battle of Agincourt. C. The Gunpowder Plot. D. The Magna Carta signing. Answer C. The Gunpowder Plot. Guy Fawkes Night is associated with the Gunpowder Plot, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament in 1605. Question 42. Who was the author of The Rights of Man, a significant work of the Enlightenment in Britain? A. John Locke. B. Thomas Paine. C. Edmund Burke. D. William Wordsworth. Answer B. Thomas Paine, the author of The Rights of Man. A significant work of the Enlightenment in Britain was Thomas Paine. Question 43. What was Operation Sea Lion during World War II? A. The code name for the Battle of Britain. B. The Allied invasion of Normandy. C. The German plan to invade the United Kingdom. D. The bombing of London. Answer C. The German plan to invade the United Kingdom. Operation Sea Lion was the German plan to invade the United Kingdom during World War II. Question 44. In which battle did Admiral Nelson die? A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of the Nile. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer A. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Nelson died in the Battle of Trafalgar. Question 45. What is the significance of the Bill of Rights, 1689, in British history? A. It declared the independence of the American colonies. B. It marked the beginning of the British Empire. C. It established the rights of Parliament over the monarchy. D. It abolished the feudal system. Answer C. It established the rights of Parliament over the monarchy. The Bill of Rights, 1689, is significant in British history because it established the rights of Parliament over the monarchy. Question 46. Who discovered penicillin and in what year? A. Marie Curie in 1898. B. Alexander Fleming in 1928. C. Isaac Newton in 1678. D. Charles Darwin in 1835. Answer B. Alexander Fleming in 1928. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928. Question 47. What was the main cause of the English Reformation in the 16th century? A. Economic disputes between the monarchy and the nobility. B. The invasion of England by France. C. Henry VIII's desire for a male heir. D. The spread of Lutheranism. Answer C. Henry VIII's desire for a male heir. The main cause of the English Reformation in the 16th century was Henry VIII's desire for a male heir. Question 48. Name the British physicist who developed the theory of electromagnetism in the 19th century. A. Albert Einstein. B. James Clerk Maxwell. C. Isaac Newton. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer B. James Clerk Maxwell. The British physicist who developed the theory of electromagnetism in the 19th century was James Clerk Maxwell. Question 49. When was the Bank of England established? A. 1649. B. 1694. C. 1759. D. 1801. Answer B. 1694. The Bank of England was established in 1694. Question 50. What year did the UK participate in its first Eurovision Song Contest? A. 1957. B. 1959. C. 1961. D. 1967. Answer A. 1957. The UK participated in its first Eurovision Song Contest in 1957. Question 51. Who was the first British monarch of the House of Windsor? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. King George V. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer C. King George V. The first British monarch of the House of Windsor was King George V. Question 52. What treaty marked the end of the First World War for Britain and Germany? A. The Treaty of Versailles. B. The Treaty of Paris. C. The Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. D. The Treaty of Utrecht. Answer A. The Treaty of Versailles. The treaty that marked the end of the First World War for Britain and Germany was the Treaty of Versailles. Question 53. Describe the purpose of the Corn Laws in the 19th century. A. To encourage free trade. B. To restrict the import of grain. C. To abolish serfdom. D. To promote industrialization. Answer B. To restrict the import of grain. The purpose of the Corn Laws in the 19th century was to restrict the import of grain. Question 54. Who was the British explorer credited with the first European contact with Australia? A. Christopher Columbus. B. James Cook. C. Marco Polo. D. Ferdinand Magellan. Answer B. James Cook. The British explorer credited with the first European contact with Australia was James Cook. Question 55. What is the historical significance of the Battle of Agincourt? A. It marked the beginning of the English Renaissance. B. It was a major victory for England in the 100 Years' War. C. It led to the signing of the Magna Carta. D. It resulted in the end of the War of the Roses. Answer B. It was a major victory for England in the 100 Years' War. The historical significance of the Battle of Agincourt is that it was a major victory for England in the 100 Years' War. Question 56. Which British monarch is associated with the golden age of English exploration? A. Henry VIII. B. Elizabeth I. C. James I. D. Victoria. Answer B. Elizabeth I. The British monarch associated with the golden age of English exploration is Elizabeth I. Question 57. Name the principal battle of the Wars of the Roses that took place in 1485. A. The Battle of Bosworth Field. B. The Battle of Agincourt. C. The Battle of Hastings. D. The Battle of Naseby. Answer A. The Battle of Bosworth Field. The principal battle of the Wars of the Roses that took place in 1485 was the Battle of Bosworth Field. Question 58. What was the main outcome of the Treaty of Union 1707 for Scotland and England? A. It ended the English Civil War. B. It established the Commonwealth of Nations. C. It united them under a single Parliament of Great Britain. D. It divided the two countries into separate kingdoms. Answer C. It united them under a single Parliament of Great Britain. The main outcome of the Treaty of Union 1707 for Scotland and England was that it united them under a single Parliament of Great Britain. Question 59. Who led the parliamentary forces in the English Civil War against King Charles I? A. Oliver Cromwell. B. Richard Cromwell. C. Thomas Fairfax. D. William III. Answer A. Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell led the parliamentary forces in the English Civil War against King Charles I. Question 60. What event marked the beginning of the British Raj in India? A. The Battle of Plassey. B. The signing of the Treaty of Versailles. C. The Indian Rebellion of 1857. D. The establishment of the East India Company. Answer C. The Indian Rebellion of 1857. The event that marked the beginning of the British Raj in India was the Indian Rebellion of 1857. Question 61. Describe the social and economic impact of the Black Death on medieval England. A. Increased wealth for the surviving peasants. B. Introduction of new agricultural techniques. C. Expansion of the British Empire. D. Decline in religious practices. Answer A. Increased wealth for the surviving peasants. The social and economic impact of the Black Death on medieval England included increased wealth for the surviving peasants due to labour shortages. Question 62. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK at the end of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer C. Clement Attlee. Clement Attlee was the Prime Minister of the UK at the end of the Second World War, succeeding Winston Churchill shortly before the war's end. Question 63. What legislation, passed in 1833, began the process of abolishing slavery throughout the British Empire? A. The Emancipation Act. B. The Slavery Abolition Act. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Civil Rights Act. Answer B. The Slavery Abolition Act. The Slavery Abolition Act of 1833 began the process of abolishing slavery throughout the British Empire. Question 64. In which year did the Great Exhibition take place, and who was its main organizer? A. 1750, Samuel Johnson. B. 1851, Prince Albert. C. 1901, Queen Victoria. D. 1952, Winston Churchill. Answer B. 1851, Prince Albert. The Great Exhibition took place in 1851, and its main organizer was Prince Albert. Question 65. What significant legal reform did the Married Women's Property Act 1882 accomplish in England and Wales? A. It granted women the right to vote. B. It allowed married women to own and control property in their own right. C. It established equal employment rights for women. D. It introduced women's right to higher education. Answer B. It allowed married women to own and control property in their own right. The Married Women's Property Act 1882 was a significant legal reform that allowed married women to own and control property in their own right. Question 66. When did the first television broadcast occur in the UK? A. 1925. B. 1936. C. 1948. D. 1953. Answer B. 1936. The first television broadcast in the UK occurred in 1936. Question 67. Name the British naturalist who proposed the theory of natural selection. A. Isaac Newton. B. Charles Darwin. C. Albert Einstein. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer: B. Charles Darwin. The British naturalist who proposed the theory of natural selection was Charles Darwin. Question 68. What event is considered the start of the English Renaissance? A. The coronation of Elizabeth I. B. The publication of William Shakespeare's First Folio. C. The signing of the Magna Carta. D. The Black Death. Answer: A. The coronation of Elizabeth I. The coronation of Elizabeth I is considered the start of the English Renaissance. Question 69. Who was the monarch when England won the World Cup in football? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King George V. C. Queen Victoria. D. King Edward VI. Answer: A. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II was the monarch when England won the World Cup in football in 1966. Question 70. What was the primary goal of the Charter of the Forest, issued in 1217? A. To restrict the rights of the monarchy over the royal forest. B. To establish parliamentary sovereignty. C. To declare the independence of the American colonies. D. To abolish the feudal system. Answer: A. To restrict the rights of the monarchy over the royal forest. The primary goal of the Charter of the Forest, issued in 1217, was to restrict the rights of the monarchy over the royal forest, offering more freedoms to the land's inhabitants. Question 71. Who was the first British astronaut to go into space, and in what year? A. Tim Peake, 2015. B. Helen Sharman, 1991. C. Michael Foale, 1992. D. Piers Sellers, 2002. Answer: B. Helen Sharman, 1991. Helen Sharman was the first British astronaut to go into space in 1991. Question 72. What battle in 1314 was a significant victory for Scotland during the Wars of Scottish Independence? A. The Battle of Flodden. B. The Battle of Bannockburn. C. The Battle of Stirling Bridge. D. The Battle of Culloden. Answer: B. The Battle of Bannockburn. The Battle of Bannockburn in 1314 was a significant victory for Scotland during the Wars of Scottish Independence. Question 73. Name the king who was executed at the end of the English Civil War. A. Charles I. B. Henry VIII. C. Edward VI. D. James I. Answer: A. Charles I. King Charles I was executed at the end of the English Civil War. Question 74. What year was the Act of Supremacy declaring the King the head of the Church of England passed? A. 1534. B. 1558. C. 1603. D. 1649. Answer: A. 1534. The Act of Supremacy declaring the King the head of the Church of England was passed in 1534. Question 75. Who is known as the father of the British Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Sir Walter Raleigh. D. Admiral Nelson. Answer: B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is known as the father of the British Navy. Question 76. What significant political change occurred in the UK in 1928 related to voting? A. The introduction of the secret ballot. B. The extension of the vote to women aged 21 and over. C. The lowering of the voting age to 18. D. The establishment of proportional representation. Answer: B. The extension of the vote to women aged 21 and over. In 1928, a significant political change in the UK related to voting was the extension of the vote to women aged 21 and over. Question 77. Describe the impact of the Enclosures Act on British agricultural workers. A. It increased their wages due to higher demand for labour. B. It led to widespread unemployment and migration to cities. C. It improved working conditions in rural areas. D. It granted them more land to cultivate. Answer: B. It led to widespread unemployment and migration to cities. The Enclosures Act had a significant impact on British agricultural workers, leading to widespread unemployment and migration to cities as common lands were enclosed for private use. Question 78. Name the British law that marked the beginning of the transition towards the welfare state in the post-World War II era. A. The National Health Service Act. B. The Beveridge Report. C. The Education Act. D. The Social Security Act. Answer: A. The National Health Service Act. The British law that marked the beginning of the transition towards the welfare state in the post-World War II era was the National Health Service Act. Question 79. Who was the longest reigning monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Henry VIII. Answer A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the longest reigning monarch before Queen Elizabeth II. Question 80. What was the purpose of the Statute of Publin in 1284? A. To establish the principle of habeas corpus. B. To annex Wales to the Crown of England. C. To reform the English legal system. D. To declare the independence of Scotland. Answer B. To annex Wales to the Crown of England. The purpose of the Statute of Publin in 1284 was to annex Wales to the Crown of England. Question 81. Name the battle in which the Spanish Armada was defeated by the English fleet. A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of the Spanish Armada. C. The Battle of Hastings. D. The Battle of Waterloo. Answer B. The Battle of the Spanish Armada. The battle in which the Spanish Armada was defeated by the English fleet is known as the Battle of the Spanish Armada. Question 82. What treaty in 1921 established the Irish Free State? A. The Treaty of Versailles. B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. C. The Treaty of Rome. D. The Treaty of Paris. Answer B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. The treaty in 1921 that established the Irish Free State was the Anglo-Irish Treaty. Question 83. Who was the British monarch at the time of the signing of the Magna Carta? A. King John. B. King Henry VIII. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Edward I. Answer A. King John. The British monarch at the time of the signing of the Magna Carta was King John. Question 84. What was the main effect of the Reform Act 1832 on the British electoral system? A. It introduced universal suffrage. B. It abolished the rotten boroughs. C. It decreased the power of the House of Lords. D. It extended the vote to women. Answer B. It abolished the rotten boroughs. The main effect of the Reform Act 1832 on the British electoral system was that it abolished the rotten boroughs. Question 85. Describe the significance of the Battle of Waterloo for British history. A. It marked the beginning of the British Empire. B. It was the final defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte. C. It led to the signing of the Magna Carta. D. It initiated the War of the Roses. Answer B. It was the final defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte. The significance of the Battle of Waterloo for British history is that it was the final defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte. Question 86. Who was the architect behind the rebuilding of the Houses of Parliament in the mid-19th century? A. Christopher Wren. B. Charles Barry. C. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. D. John Nash. Answer. B. Charles Barry. The architect behind the rebuilding of the Houses of Parliament in the mid-19th century was Charles Barry. Question 87. What was the primary cause of the peasants' revolt in 1381? A. The introduction of the poll tax. B. The abolition of serfdom. C. The spread of the Black Death. D. The loss of the 100 Years' War. Answer. A. The introduction of the poll tax. The primary cause of the peasants' revolt in 1381 was the introduction of the poll tax. Question 88. Name the act that officially united Great Britain and Ireland into the United Kingdom. A. The Act of Union 1707. B. The Act of Union 1800. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Good Friday Agreement. Answer. B. The Act of Union 1800. The act that officially united Great Britain and Ireland into the United Kingdom was the Act of Union 1800. Question 89. When did Queen Victoria ascend to the throne, marking the beginning of the Victorian era? A. 1837. B. 1851. C. 1901. D. 1910. Answer. A. 1837. Queen Victoria ascended to the throne in 1837, marking the beginning of the Victorian era. Question 90. What was the primary reason for the establishment of the British East India Company in 1600? A. To explore the New World. B. To promote trade with the East Indies. C. To colonize the American territories. D. To engage in the slave trade. Answer. B. To promote trade with the East Indies. The primary reason for the establishment of the British East India Company in 1600 was to promote trade with the East Indies. Question 91. Who was responsible for the founding of the British Museum? A. Sir Hans Sloane. B. King George II. C. Charles Darwin. D. Isaac Newton. Answer. A. Sir Hans Sloane. Sir Hans Sloane was responsible for the founding of the British Museum. Question 92. What significant event did the Gunpowder Plot of 1605 intend to achieve? A. The restoration of Catholic monarchy. B. The independence of Scotland. C. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty. D. The abolition of the monarchy. Answer A. The restoration of Catholic monarchy. The significant event the Gunpowder Plot of 1605 intended to achieve was the restoration of the Catholic monarchy. Question 93. In what year was the Battle of Trafalgar fought? A. 1588. B. 1707. C. 1805. D. 1815. Answer C. 1805. The Battle of Trafalgar was fought in 1805. Question 94. What landmark English legal document, enacted in 1215, influenced the development of constitutional law? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Charter of the Forest. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer B. The Magna Carta, the landmark English legal document, enacted in 1215, that influenced the development of constitutional law was the Magna Carta. Question 95. Who was the Prime Minister of Britain during the majority of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Anthony Eden. Answer A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of Britain during the majority of the Second World War. Question 96. What was the primary purpose of the Elizabethan Poor Law of 1601? A. To establish hospitals for the sick. B. To provide education for poor children. C. To regulate the apprenticeship system. D. To relieve the poor. Answer D. To relieve the poor. The primary purpose of the Elizabethan Poor Law of 1601 was to relieve the poor. Question 97. Who led the British forces during the Falklands War? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. John Major. C. Admiral Sandy Woodward. D. General Sir Jeremy Moore. Answer D. General Sir Jeremy Moore. General Sir Jeremy Moore led the British forces during the Falklands War. Question 98. What major change did the Representation of the People Act 1918 bring to the British electoral system? A. It introduced proportional representation. B. It allowed women over the age of 30 to vote. C. It lowered the voting age to 18. D. It abolished property qualifications for men. Answer B. It allowed women over the age of 30 to vote. The major change the Representation of the People Act 1918 brought to the British electoral system was that it allowed women over the age of 30 to vote. Question 99. Who was the British monarch during the 7 Years' War? A. Queen Anne. B. King George II. C. King George III. D. Queen Victoria. Answer B. King George II. The British monarch during the 7 Years' War was King George II. Question 100. What was the key achievement of the Beveridge Report in shaping post-war Britain? A. The establishment of the National Health Service. B. The introduction of the state pension. C. The foundation of the welfare state. D. The reform of the education system. Answer C. The foundation of the welfare state. The key achievement of the Beveridge Report in shaping post-war Britain was the foundation of the welfare state.